So we said that your self-worth needs to come from a place that is rock solid, you know, a place that is unshakable, a place that is not blue today and tomorrow it's gonna be green and then the day after it's gonna be red. No, it needs to come from a place where today it's blue, tomorrow it's gonna be blue, the day after it's gonna be blue, the day after that forevermore it's gonna be blue, you know, because you can't afford to get your self-worth from things that keep changing. Today they're like this and tomorrow they're like that, because self-worth is not something that is that uh, yeah, what's the word, that is not that, it's not like that. Like self-worth is not like that. It just needs to come from a permanent place. It's like a foundation, you know. A foundation just needs to be certain. This is where it is. It has to be on the rock. Like there's no debating about that. There's the same thing about self-worth. And this rock solid place that will always be the same is you. You know, your self-worth needs to come from the person that you are, the person that you have been created as. You know, when you look at yourself, when you look at your skin, everything that you are, you know, that's where you look at yourself and say, you know what, I am good, you know, despite the fact that they criticized my head, despite the fact that they criticized my legs, despite the fact that they criticized my hips, despite the fact that they criticized my boobs, despite the fact they did all those things, you know, I'm gonna look at those things and say they are good. You know why? Because I don't even have a right to have them. You know, it's not like the creator owed me something and so he was paying me back with existence. You know, I don't have a right to be here. It's a privilege for me to be here right now speaking to you, to be alive and breathing and experiencing this everything around here, experiencing it. Just it's a blessing, you know. And with that in mind, I have nothing to complain about. I have nothing to complain about my head. I would I would rather have that head that is imperfect to you than have no head at all. And like we said in the other video, it's an axe and a machete, you know. We cannot all be the same. We have been created by someone who is very, very creative and likes to exploit that part of him, of himself or herself, of whatever it is, you know. So it is just unique and amazing and actually something wonderful that each and everyone is different in their own way, you know. Look at your arm, whether it's half, whether it's not there, whether it's imefika hapa, they say I'm alive. It's better than nothing, you know. And when you get that kind of attitude and you start saying, you know what, I am good the way I am, you know. I am complete, you know. I don't need to accomplish anything. I don't need anyone to say anything about me for me to feel good about myself. I am good whether you talk about me, whether you don't talk about me, whether what you say about me is a lie or it's true. All that doesn't matter. What matters is I know, like from the time I was conceived, I had everything I needed to be me, you know. I have everything in that seed right there, you know. And that is what I take pride in. If you decide not to take your self-worth in this thing, you will keep looking for your self-worth in external things, you know. You will say, okay, I'm gonna feel good about myself when I get married, when I get 2 kids. I'm gonna feel good about myself when I get 2 degrees. I'm gonna feel good about myself when I get 3 degrees. And let me tell you something, it becomes a never-ending cycle, you know, because you get those 2 degrees and you realize it's it's not a big deal, you know. I've watched so many of these big superstars, you know. Like I was listening to Mike Tyson speak the other day. They were having a conversation with Eminem, and they were saying, like, you know, they work so hard to get to the top, you know. And then when you get there you realize, what, this is what I was working so hard for, you know. And what if you did that to feel good about yourself, so that you can say, okay, yeah, now I am someone, because I have sold multi-platinum albums, I am the heavyweight champion of the world. Now I can, I have, you know and then you get there and you realize it's nothing. Like, it doesn't make any difference. And those are not the first people. I've listened to people talk about winning the Super Bowl. Like, these are the biggest sports in the world. Like, they pay exceedingly good. When you win the Super Bowl, you're gonna be famous everywhere, but they tell you, what, I won it. And then I was like, okay, what else am I supposed to feel? What is not happening? I don't really feel like a champion. And these things happen because that is where you base your self-worth. But if your self-worth comes from knowing that even before I work out in that gym, even before I win that championship, I am good, I am complete. Winning that championship just becomes so much fun for you. It becomes something that is just making your life richer. And it's the same even with our experiences here in life. You don't get so carried away with troubles, with challenges of life and stuff like that. You're good as long as I am still here, I'm breathing, I'm alive, I'm healthy. I'm good. So once you start feeling that good about yourself, once you get to that level, you realize that even the company you keep changes, because the way you talk about yourself changes, the way you carry yourself changes. And the people who are really gaining from you not feeling good about yourself, who are usually around you, very many friends that you have who are really not your friends. So when you start to feel good about yourself and you start to treat yourself better, that means you're denying them some things. You're not treating them as you used to, because you're also giving yourself some. You used to give everything because you don't feel like you deserve them. You don't give your time as much as you did before. You don't offer yourself as much as you did before, because you want to offer yourself to yourself as well. You want to balance out that equation, because self-worth does not mean that now it's all about you. That's not what I'm saying. It's being able to strike that balance of having your own and giving, not giving everything and keeping nothing. Having some for yourself and then sharing some with others. That is what self-worth is. That is what self-worth is. Because if you take everything, you're still not gonna feel, it's still not fulfilling to just have everything to yourself and hold it. It leaves you anxious and always panicky. Same way if you don't give yourself anything and you keep looking for validation even from other people. So the message here is very, very clear. Once you start to appreciate yourself, once you start to love yourself, once you start to see yourself as worthy, your whole life changes. People treat you different. Okay, the ones who are gaining from you, they're gonna start saying bad things about you. They're gonna start saying, oh, he has started to act like this because he got this girl, or he has started to behave like this because now he has gotten a job, or he started to behave like this, or now he has gotten a new dressing style, or now that he's wearing suits, or now that he's gotten this new hairstyle. They're just gonna say lots of things, but you know where they're coming from, and they're doing that because of the love that you have given to yourself. And so it's okay, you keep talking. I'm good. But the truth is, you're also gonna meet people who will treat you better. Who the people who are gonna wanna be your friends are people who also love themselves, because they see how you treat yourself, and that's how they also want to treat themselves. They're not people who want to take advantage of you or manipulate you, because when people really abuse and manipulate you when you don't feel good about yourself, when you're just there available, everyone is just gonna step on you, use you, and then just dump you. So if you don't feel good about yourself, just know that everybody else is gonna treat you the same way. Everybody else is gonna treat you the same way you treat yourself. So treat yourself right. Love yourself, and everything comes and it just falls in place in your life. You choose better jobs, you choose better relationships, you do things that actually make you happy and things that are meaningful to you. So remember, love yourself always. Peace.